Honkai explained. Honkai Impact 3rd explained. That's what we're checking out today. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mr. Rapid K-Mate. Today, I want to learn more about Honkai Impact. I did a reaction video and I was very confused about everything, but it looked cool. So hopefully this will help me understand the world of Honkai even better. I don't know what the will of Honkai is. I don't know what Herrschers are. I don't know what divine keys are, but I'm hoping this video will tell me. This one's for Captain Lucky, but also for you. Thank you so much, everybody, for the support. It's really heartwarming and amazing, and I can't believe it. It's crazy. So hit this video with a like if you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel for daily reactions. And if you want to support me even further, Patreon is the way to go. But without further ado, Honkai Impact 3rd explained. Also Patreon, daily reactions to things you don't even see on YouTube. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Dear child, do you yearn for true power?
Yeah, all right.
Come to me then.
The will of Honkai to Siren. What is
the will of the Honkai, also known as the Honkai God, or just God, is an entity acting as supreme being, the creator and leader of all the Honkai forces in every universe.
Oh,
its
is that it?
ultimate will or goal is to wipe out all of humanity.
What?
The previous era
Why?
never suspected the will of Honkai to be sentient. With the recent update, we get some sussy lore about the will of Honkai in the previous
Sussy
era
lore?
AI known as Prometheus. It's speculated that when humanity was wiped out in the previous era, the AI Prometheus was able to hack into this will of Honkai in a final attempt to protect the current era.
Wait. So in the reactions that I did, it was like post-apocalyptic, and then it was like fine. Was there post-apocalyptic scenes before humanity was like wiped out?
Prometheus. It's speculated that when humanity was wiped out in the previous era, the AI Prometheus was able to hack into this will of Honkai in a final attempt to protect the current era.
What?
It ended up merging with it and became the sentient will of Honkai we see in the current era. Prometheus did this to prevent the will of Honkai from creating new, unknown Herrschers. So, by merging with it, the will of Honkai is only able to rebirth the same 14 Herrschers from the previous era. This way, the current era had a fighting chance using the knowledge of the Herrschers from the previous era.
Okay.
The will of Honkai views humanity as a plague or sickness that needs to be eliminated for the world to prosper. It achieves this by infiltrating the minds of weak individuals exposed to Honkai radiation. We see this in the Honkai manga, where Eleanor Shirayek used the Gem of Corruption to become a pseudo-Herrscher and attack Colin Castellana. The Gem of Corruption spoke to her, and Eleanor thought she was hearing the voice of God, and, well, she was. Just not a benevolent one like she believed. We find out that this voice is actually the will of Honkai, or the Honkai God. After Otto and Colin subdue Eleanor, the will of the Honkai attached itself to Colin in the final moments in an attempt to corrupt her. While knocked out, the will of the Honkai infiltrates her mind, offering her its powers in return for use of her body.
What?
She declines after realizing this was the voice Eleanor was hearing. The Honkai God played a key role in the second eruption of the current era. It contacted the Herrscher of the Void and Siren, ordering them to come to the moon and receive powers to destroy the world. Siren was given power from the Herrschers of Conquest, Silence, Desire, and Pestilence. This is what started the Second Honkai War. Later, Otto uses Fuhua to attack Siren, so he's able to enter her mind with the goal of contacting the will of Honkai. He manages to traumatize Siren enough into despair, so she creates a wormhole where Otto begs the Honkai God to revive his lost love, Colin Castellana. Since this is the Honkai God we're talking about, it responded by basically telling Otto to go KYS. The Honkai God took Otto's form and proceeded to commit slip and slide, which horrified Otto enough to nope on out of Siren's consciousness. Much later, Fuhua fights Siren again and was able to enter Siren's mind in an attempt to strike her down for good. This is when Fuhua sees the Honkai God sitting in her throne within Siren's mind. Fuhua uses her Taishu sword and almost strikes the Honkai God, when it smiled and completely denies the attack, obliterating the sword out of existence. This was the last that was seen of the will of Honkai. However, at the end of chapter 28, after Mei and Kiana defeat Otto, the will of Honkai makes contact with Mei, but nothing is said except, "Who are you?" and infects Mei with the Herrscher of Corruption, which she unknowingly brings into the Elysian realm with her. What is a Herrscher?
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Herrschers are the
I'm very
primary form of
confused.
Honkai manifestation. They are considered the children or disciples of the Honkai god. They are
Okay.
strong individuals with a high adaptability to Honkai radiation. Where do they come from?
Oh.
Well, when a mommy Herrscher and a dad
Wait. So, so the Honkai god, the will of the Honkai, is a bit of a douchebag and thinks that humanity is a plague that needs to be wiped off the face of the planet. And so the will of the Honkai is trying to just kill everybody. Just trying to destroy everybody. And apparently succeeded. But then the AI Prometheus merged with the will of the Honkai to try and stop this. And now there's Herrschers, which is a whole nother thing.
are the primary form of Honkai manifestation. They are considered the children or disciples of the Honkai god.
Right.
They are
So they're
strong individuals
demigods.
with a high adaptability to Honkai radiation. Where do they come from? Well, when a mommy Herrscher and a daddy Herrscher love each other very much. No, just kidding.
Oh,
A Herrscher is born
believed
with
it.
every generation of human. When a high level of Honkai radiation
Oh.
concentrates in one area, someone may be able to absorb enough of that energy to become a Herrscher.
Oh.
Only humans with a high adaptability to Honkai radiation can become Herrschers.
Look how good that
Otherwise,
looks.
they become mindless Honkai zombies or beasts. The will of the Honkai preys on people's negative
Jesus.
emotions, corrupting them to destroy humanity. Not all Herrschers are bad, though. In some rare cases, they can overcome the corruption of the will of Honkai and become allies.
Whoa. I'm
to
sorry.
use the-
I'm gonna let you finish, but did you see that?
Bad, though. In some rare cases, they can overcome the corruption of the will
That is crazy. Wait. That is sick.
of the will of Honkai and become allies.
I think I
to
used that
use
as
the
a
Herrscher
thumbnail.
powers to fight against the Honkai. Herrschers are powered by a Herrscher core or gem.
Wait, the Herrschers fight
And if
against
a core
the
is
will of the
not from
Honkai?
corruptions, corrupting them to destroy humanity. Not all Herrschers are bad, though. In some rare cases,
Wow.
they can overcome the corruption of the will of Honkai and become allies to use the Herrscher
Wow.
powers to fight against the Honkai. Herrschers are powered by a
Sick.
Herrscher core or
The
gem.
Infinity Stones.
And if a core is not neutralized when the body dies, the Herrscher can be reborn in a new body implanted with the core. How does one become a Herrscher? Now, this is information I've pieced together from the manga
Oh,
and wiki,
speculation.
so let's call this speculation for now. Step 1. The will of the Honkai plants a metaphoric seed of doubt in the mind, or the Herrscher conscience. This will invoke negative emotions and, over time, build up a hatred towards humanity. Step 2. The physical body will begin to change, and this
Really?
can show itself as sickness or becoming weak. The Honkai radiation will start to attract Honkai beasts and zombies coming to protect the new coming Herrscher.
Whoa. Oh, that's a Honkai
Step
beast.
3.
Okay.
The Herrscher's consciousness becomes more powerful and starts to take over the mind in an attempt to completely eradicate the
Look at
original human
that.
consciousness.
It's like flowy
When fully
peacock.
controlled, the
of
Herrscher will
doom.
begin to absorb huge amounts of Honkai energy, summoning
Whoa.
more Honkai beasts to spread radiation for the Herrscher to absorb.
I like her.
With more Honkai energy absorbed, the stronger the abilities they will have.
That makes sense. Look at the portals.
Step
Like
4.
portals.
They completely abandon all empathy for humanity, solidifying their hatred and corruption, thus becoming a true Herrscher.
Whoa. Look at that.
Each Herrscher is very unique, with their own reasons for hatred towards humanity and their different abilities.
Okay.
Since every Herrscher is so vastly different, the previous era was able to create an AI that predicted the comings of Herrschers and the ways to defeat them.
Wait.
the very end,
The Herrschers made the AI?
So vastly different, the previous era was able to create an AI becoming a true Herrscher. Each Herrscher is very unique, with their own reasons for hatred towards humanity and their different abilities. Since every Herrscher is so vastly different, the previous era was able to create an AI
Oh, the era,
that
so maybe not
predicted
the
the
Herrschers.
comings of Herrschers and the ways to defeat them.
Okay.
At the
Maybe it
very
was.
end of the previous era, right before the world was destroyed, this AI, called Prometheus, was able to hack into and merge with the will of Honkai,
That's
so that
crazy.
the current era Herrschers would be reborn of the ones of the previous era, instead of birthing new Herrschers
Whoa.
with unknown abilities. Since the previous era recorded the abilities
Oh.
and weaknesses of the previous Herrschers, the current era would be able to learn about them and prepare.
Oh, that's smart. What are divine
Keys are weapons or tools created by the previous era. They're created using Herrscher cores and hold their respective powers. Vilvi is the creator of most of these divine keys by using a nanotechnology called solium. There's a total of 13 known keys, but each key has multiple forms. They're also numbered in the order of the Herrschers of the previous era.
Oh.
The first key is the Void Archives, made from the Herrscher of Reason. It's an AI and contains a huge database of information dating back to the previous era.
Whoa.
It's also able to mimic abilities of other known divine keys and allow the user to transfer their mind or consciousness to another body.
Whoa.
The second divine key is the Cosmic Juggernaut, and my personal favorite. This key takes the form of a big old train. It was made from the Herrscher of the Void and has the ability to observe or travel to other bubble worlds on the imaginary tree and Sea of Quanta. I do have a theory video on this, on how this key connects all the Hoyo games that you should watch after this one.
No, right now.
The third divine key is the Key of Sanction, or Seven Thunders of Retribution. And made from the Herrscher of Thunder. It takes different forms of typical weapons depending on the user. For Raven, it took the form of a sniper rifle. But it seems to have a personality that the wielder needs to keep happy in order to avoid it changing to a less useful weapon like a slingshot.
Oh, hell no.
The
That's too
fourth
much work.
divine key was made in inspiration of the second divine key. This was a satellite made from the Herrscher of the Wind. Its purpose was to purify the earth of the Honkai radiation after the final Herrscher, the Herrscher of the End, destroyed civilization of the previous era.
Oh.
It was made for one of the final attempts to preserve the earth for the current era. It also has the ability to control the weather.
So if everyone died, how did they come
The
back?
divine key was made from the Herrscher of Ice. Unfortunately, has yet to show up, so we have little to no knowledge of what it does.
But you know it exists.
The sixth divine key is the Abyss Flower, and made from the Herrscher of Death. It's a black and white lance that can split into two and has powers related to life and death. When split apart, the white lance gains the powers of life, healing people and growing plant life, while the black lance gains the powers of death, with the ability to turn everything it touches to dust.
Oh, Jesus.
And every user that has wielded it has died. The seventh divine key is the Judgment of Shumash, and made from the Herrscher of Flames. Its form is two pistols with the ability to merge into a great sword. Each pistol contains only a half of the core of flames.
I need that.
Because when put together in sword form, it is so powerful that it kills any wielder that isn't a Kaslana with mantis genes. The eighth divine key is Wong Down, made from the Herrscher of Sentience.
I don't know what a Kaslana is, but I could tell that that's pretty strong. So if you are not if you are not like genetically matched to the sword, you're gonna die.
The eighth divine key is Huang Down, made from the Herrscher of Sentience. This has the ability to change the perception of reality and takes the form of feathers. It's basically a super strong genjutsu and is like Fu Hua's Deus Ex Machina. The ninth divine key is the Star of Eden,
I don't know who Fu
made
Hua
from the
is.
Herrscher of Earth. It's basically a powerful orb that controls gravity and can create black holes. The 10th divine key, or keys, are the Xuanyan swords, and are made from the 1,000 cores of the Herrscher of Domination. Which
1,000
means,
cores?
Yes, there are 1,000 swords. However, most of them have broke. The 11th divine key is
They mass-produced
the
the divine key?
and made from the Herrscher of Binding. Kinky. The Oath of Judah is
I
a
was just
giant
thinking the
cross
same thing.
containing spears and chains.
That's
Using
that
the
thing from
power of
earlier.
The Herrscher of Binding, it's able to drain enemies of Honkai energy.
Okay.
And not just Honkai energy, but all energy, making the captured enemy unable to use any powers.
Whoa, that thing looks crazy.
The
I like
12th
that.
divine key is the Jizu Mitama, made from the Herrscher of Corruption. Theories point to this key not being canon and doesn't seem to have any special abilities other than just being a cool looking sword. It was made when Higo Kumaru calmed down and felt love for the first time in 50,000 years. The 13th divine key has also been left out in the canon lore.
He felt love, so he
we
made a
don't know
sword?
what it is or who it's made from.
Okay.
The 14th divine key doesn't exist, since the Herrscher of the End from the previous era was not defeated. Therefore, a key could not be created from its core. The key of blankness or emptiness was not made from a Herrscher core, but rather made 4 Herrscher cores. It can hold any Herrscher core and allows
Oh, that's
normal humans
cool.
to wield it and use Herrscher powers at
Even the one that
cost
kills
of
the
damage
Kastlana?
to their own body. The last divine key is the best divine key, and that is the subscribe button. Please click it to help save humanity from the Honkai. Let me know in the comments what other lore you'd like me to deep dive into. As a small creator, you can really help me out by just liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Once again,
Sure,
I am
will
Luffy,
do.
and thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Oof Daddy. Well, that was very informative. The will of the Honkai, the Herrschers, and Divine Keys. I actually feel like I learned something, which is fantastic, because I needed to. I learned the will of the Honkai is this god that wants to kill humanity and use the Herrschers as a way to do that. I learned about the AI Prometheus that merged with the will of the Honkai to try and stop the end of humanity. I learned about the Divine Keys and how they made from the cores of the Herrschers who from the previous era, but there was no 14th one because it was not defeated, and they ended the first era. And Herrschers are demigods. And yeah, I actually feel like I learned some things, and maybe I'll understand some more things about Honkai in the future. That's the plan anyway. If you like this video, hit it with a like. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below if you learned anything. Or if you're excited to take this Honkai journey with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Head over to Patreon if you'd like to support me any further. It's a fun time over there. Daily uploads, reactions. It's amazing. It's a good time. But anyway, thank you so much. I love your work. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.